Welcome back, everyone. This is Unit 2 of Technical English. Our topic here is work, and in terms of unit outcomes, the unit is going to deal with different aspects of work, such as routines, job descriptions, work plans, and the use of emails. And we are also going to be looking at CVs, job advertisements, and job interviews. Right. So, what we have here first is a listening task. We have completed this one in the class, so there's not much point in spending time on it. So instead, let's take a quick look here at the present simple and the present continuous. As always, you don't need to know about what they are actually called. It's more important to know how to use these particular structures. Now, basically, we are just going to look at the sample sentences here. If you look at the first sentence here, it reads, Safe usually inspects underwater pipes on Monday mornings, but today Safe is checking driving equipment because of staff illness. The difference, of course, here is the two verbs. Inspects shows that he regularly, usually as a routine, does this or performs this action. But if you look at the second half here, Safe is checking, this one refers to a more temporary action or something that he is doing right now at the moment of speaking. So second example here, Khalid usually plays flat work pieces in the morning, but today he is milling brake discs in the morning. Is milling as opposed to plays usually as opposed to right now. Rashid usually conducts safety drills on Thursday afternoons, but today he is attending a safety meeting. Again, this is something that is happening right now and is not part of the routine. The routine is that he usually conducts safety drills. Right. Let's take a look at a couple of tasks here. The example is given at the bottom of your page. Bill usually inspects underwater pipes, supervises drivers, and conducts safety drills, but today he is checking diving equipment, inspecting blowout preventer, and attending a safety meeting. So what you have here is somebody's work schedule, what they usually do every day, but today they will be doing something else. If you want to work on the next couple of tasks on your own, it might be a good idea to take a screenshot now and go back to it for when you have to complete sentences. So here we go. I'm just going to now reveal the answers for you. Tor usually supervises the deck crew, operates the main crane, and works in the control room, but today he is operating the main crane, training the new deck crew, and working on the deck. So whenever you have something like at the moment, today, or now, that's when you will be using present continuous. Am, is, are, and the ing form of the verb. It's called gerund. Not important what it is called. So add ing to the end of the verbs here. So is operating, training, and working. Right. Adele usually checks generators, does maintenance work, and tests electrical switches, but today he is repairing the power lines, supervising electricians, and writing safety reports. Okay, so once again, usually goes with checks, does, and tests, but today is repairing, supervising, and writing. Right, in our next activity here, this will be more related to vocabulary or new words. What we have here is a diagram which we will have to match with the descriptions. So A is drilling. So in drilling, a hole is made in a material by a rotating drill. the rotating drill is lowered onto the material under pressure. As chips of metal are cut away by the drill, these are removed from the hole. Okay, so now we look at these diagrams and decide which one is showing drilling. You will see that this is number 6 right here. Next one, we've got planing. The cutting tool is at 90 degrees to the material and the tool moves in a straight line. In some planing machines, the tool moves forwards and backwards. In other machines, the material moves and the cutting tool stays still. Okay, so this is called planing, and this here is number 2. In milling, see, the material is shaped by a rotating cutter. The teeth of the cutter cut away pieces from the material. Usually, the milling machine stays still while the material is pushed against it. This will be number 7 right here. In broaching, a hole is cut through a material. The hole is made by pushing or pulling the broach through the hole. A teeth at one end of the broach are wider than the other end. Okay, so the teeth at one end are wider than at the other end. So first it is the smaller teeth that make the cut, then the larger teeth make the finished hole the right size. Okay, so this is called broaching, and this is number 4 right here. You can see the different sizes of the teeth of this machine right here. Okay, right, E is the next one for us here. Filing. So in filing, a file is moved forwards and backwards across the material, and the teeth of the file make the material smooth. This is number 3 right here. Grinding is the next one in F. A rough wheel without teeth is rotated and the material is pushed against it. In this way, the right amount of material is carefully removed. Grinding is a finishing treatment that is usually carried out at the end. And that was F, that is number 8. Chiseling is the next one in G. The chisel is driven into the face of the material by repeated blows. Chiseling is used to cut pieces out of a material in straight lines. The blade of the chisel can be flat, rounded, or triangular. And that was G. Sorry, that's the example given there. All right, and H, and no surprises there, that will be number 5. So it's turning, and in turning, the material is fixed in a machine called the lathe, and it is rotated. A cutting tool is placed against the rotating material and cuts it. This is a way of reducing the diameter of a cylinder by cutting away material from the outside. Okay, now let's take a look at some sentences where we will have to choose the correct actions here. So, why is she broaching, turning, or grinding the panel? As always, read the second half of the question as well. In this case, read the reply as well. So B replies, because she needs to make a rough hole from one side to the other. So rough hole from one side to the other, that is broaching. Why is she filing, chiseling, or turning the cylinder? Because the inside is too narrow. So that will be turning the cylinder. Drilling, filing, or planing in the next one. The outside is too rough. So that would be filing. Why is she chiseling, milling, grinding the material and not planing it? Because she needs to cut out a small square section. So cutting out a small square section is chiseling. Why is she turning, drilling, or grinding those holes through the material? Is going to excuse me, is going to put fixing bolts through the holes. That's drilling right there, drilling. Okay, so broaching, turning, filing, chiseling, and drilling. Right, let's move on to our next task here. This will be related to oil platforms and different kind of jobs. You will see the examples here: crane operator, derrickman, driller, electrician, and so on and so on. You will see the job descriptions on your worksheets as well, and what we will have to do here is match the pictures with the descriptions. Again, you can complete the tasks in the workbooks and use this part of the video only to check your answer, or for a bit of reading practice as well. So number 1 reads, he ensures that all the cargo oil or drilled oil flows smoothly into the required pipes and is collected as required. That's the pump man. He is responsible for the design and installation of equipment and structures below the surface of the sea, subsea engineer. He is responsible for the safety and efficiency of the drilling operation, the supervisor. He operates the main and the deck cranes, crane operator. He is responsible for installing, troubleshooting, repairing, maintaining, commissioning, and testing of electrical equipment and systems. That's the electrician. He operates the drawwork during drilling activities and complex maneuvers. Driller. He assembles or repairs oil field or natural gas equipment using hand tools and power tools. Okay, that's the roustabout, hand tools and power tools. He guides the stands of the drill pipe into the fingers at the top of the derrick. That's the derrickman. He assumes responsibility for drilling rig modules and equipment, for all drilling rig modules and equipment there is, and that's the tool pusher. Responsible for mixing, controlling, and testing drilling fluids, that's the mud engineer. He spends time on equipment maintenance. His other duties include ordering tools and replacement parts for the engine, motor hand. Performs manual labor, and the labor can range from unskilled to highly skilled. That's called a roughneck. Okay, so these were job descriptions. Right. Next, we still continue with vocabulary related tasks. You will have to choose the correct verb in the next couple of paragraphs. So the tool pusher manages or reports to all the drilling crews and the support staff. Manages all the drilling crews and the support staff. So he or she reports or supervises directly to the manager of the drilling company. Report to someone, preposition. Although the tool pusher does not or has not report to the company, of course it does not report to the company representative, he or she often gives or receives instructions from him or her, receives instructions. The tool pusher is, well, there's only one we are talking about, we're talking about them in general, but grammatically this is singular, so the tool pusher is responsible for the day and night drilling crews. The derrick hand supervises or reports to the assistant driller. Reports to the assistant driller. The job of the derrick hand is to control the upper end of the drill string. When the derrick hand is not handling or handing the drill string, of course this is handling the drill string, he or she works or supervises closely with the mud engineer. Works closely. The derrick hand supervises or reports to. 3. Roughnecks. Supervises. Is the next one. Alright, and then we are done with this part of the lesson. Again, a listening task which was completed in the class. This next task here is going to introduce us to the reading and writing task of formal emails. Okay, so this is a telephone conversation which we listen to. What we will have to do is fill in the gaps. Because I can't play you the recording right here, well, I'm just going to show you the answer. So this is what the conversation sounded like. So hello deck crew, Tor speaking. Oh hi Tor, this is Ben, how's it going? Not bad, but the strong wind is a problem for the cranes. Anyway, what can I do for you? I want to hold a meeting for the deck crew sometime soon. Okay, what's the meeting going to be about? I'm going to tell them about the new safety rules for crane operators. Okay, that's fine. When are you having the meeting? How about 3 o'clock next Thursday? Yeah, that's great. 3 o'clock next Thursday. See you then. Bye. Bye. So the whole conversation was about arranging a meeting. Now, in these examples as well, we could say I'm having the meeting or going to have the meeting. These are structures used to express future, and this will be our next task here. Present continuous, going to plus the verb. Actually, this should be going to. So always remember, I am going to, you are going to, he, she is going to. I know most books refer to it as going to future. It's actually to be going to. In any case, complete the dialogue using the verbs in brackets. Two crew members on land are talking on the phone. Have you heard the news? A maintenance team is going out to the platform next Monday. What are they going to do? They can't do any drilling. They, and then you will see the verb we have to use is inspect, are going to inspect the fire damage. Who go? In number 5, who is going? So instead of saying who is going to go, we simplify it and say who is going. All the supervisors and the maintenance supervisor. How long? And then stay. Are they going to stay on the platform? They want to finish by the end of the week. Want to is simple, no need to put it going to, want to. No, they want to finish by the end of the week. They need to inspect all the machinery and check all the electrical systems. Then what? They intend to come back and present their report. If all goes well, they hope to start repairs 1 or 2 weeks later. All right. Now, this is about the safety meeting for the crane operators. What you see here is an email. This is an example of formal emails. We are going to read it, and then you will have a task to change some of the expressions in this email. So this one reads, thank you for your meeting. Thank you for your email, this morning. As you know, I have arranged a safety meeting with the deck crew tomorrow. I'm sorry to inform you that I cannot attend the meeting because I have sick leave for 1 week. However, I can confirm that my assistant Bob will run the meeting in my place. I would be grateful if you could tell Tor about this change. Please let me know if you need any further information. I'm attaching a copy of the agenda. Regards, the safety officer. As you will see here, some of the expressions are highlighted in blue. We are going to have a look at a list of those. So thanking for communication, you can say thank you or many thanks for. Referring to a topic with reference to, with regard to, or concerning something. Reminding of background, as you are aware, as you may know, as you may be aware. Confirming something. This is to confirm that, or I'd like to confirm that, or I confirm that, or I'm writing to confirm that. Introducing bad news. I'm sorry to tell you that, or unfortunately. Introducing good news. I'm pleased to inform you that, or fortunately. Giving you information, I would like to inform you that. This is to let you know that. Requesting action, when you want somebody to do something for you. Please, or could you please, or a more formal one, I would appreciate it if you could. Showing that you are available, please do not hesitate to contact me, or do let me know if. Attaching documents is the next one. I attached, or attached, please find. And closing, kind regards, best wishes, best. Okay, now if you have the workbooks there, this is a task where you have to add the missing expressions from the list on the previous page. Use this one only to check your answers. Okay, I'm not going to spend much time on it. We've read the letter already. Now the next task here is about CVs. Okay, so what you see here is one example of a CV. Again, screenshot or look at the workbooks. The task is to check all the details on this CV and then answer some comprehension questions. I'm just going to quickly show you the answers. This is a reading task that you can complete on your own. So surname, what job does he want, where does he work, and what is the job description, so what are the things that he will have to do. Where did he work in 2016? What were his responsibilities then? And what qualifications does he have? Diploma in audio technology. Where did he study? New York University. Okay. These are the answers of the reading comprehension. Right, what we have here is Khalid's CV with verbs from the box. You will have to complete this document right here. So from 2014 until 2016, and then we have the verbs award, become, enclose, give, work, study, start, look, or leave. I worked at A&E Gearboxes as a full-time machinist. I left the company in 2016. Talking about the past, we are always using past simple, so don't get confused that the verbs that we are filling in the gaps with are not the same form as the ones that are listed for you. The instructions read in the correct form. So whenever you see this, you know that you are going to have to make changes to the verbs. So in 2016, and I became a full-time student. From 2016 to 2017, I studied mechanical engineering at Allain Polytechnics. In 2017, I was awarded, a little bit of a passive structure there for you, my agency in mechanical engineering. Then in August 2017, I started work as a milling machine operator at Clyde Outboard Motors. Unfortunately, 6 months later, the company went out of business. That's the reason why I am looking for employment again. This is right now. Right now, I am looking for employment. If you look at the previous couple of sentences, you will always see there are time expressions from the past. So from 2016 to 2017, in 2017, in August, and so on and so on. So those were all past simple, but now I am looking for full-time employment and I can start work immediately. I enclose my CV, which gives full details of my training, qualifications, and experience. All right, there we go. If you still have some energy, I've got another one here. Complete the job application letter. Use the correct form. Once again, the correct form of the verbs in brackets. Dear Mr. Robertson, I would like to apply for the job of assistant driller on the Supreme Oil Rig as advertised in this month's Oil Rig magazine. From 2012 to 2016, I was a roustabout on the Marina rig. From 2016 to 2018, I studied petroleum technology at the Gulf Petroleum College, and I now have a technician's diploma in petroleum technology. In 2018, I joined the New Star offshore platform as assistant derrick hand. Now the derrick hand is on leave for 2 weeks, so I am doing the derrick hand's job. During 2018, I completed 2 training courses on safety and IT. Right now, I am attending a course on leadership. Yours sincerely, your name. This is a very good sample job application letter. You can use all of these sentences for when you are applying for a job. All you have to do is change the details. Right. Couple of more tasks for us right here. Put the headings in the colored boxes. Adjective, vocational subject, equipment, person or scientific concept. Engineer, electrician, mechanic, technician, technologist. That would be the person or job. Engine or mechanism is the equipment. Engineering, electronics, mechanics, technology. These are the vocational subjects. Electricity and electron are scientific concepts. Electrical, electronic, mechanical, and technical will be the adjectives. So person, equipment, vocational subject, and adjective. And I missed the scientific concept right there. Okay, so please just write down these headings. All right, more tasks here. Fill in the gaps with the correct words in brackets. Again, you can screenshot and circle the correct one if you don't want to write them down. But if you are working from the workbook, then you can write down. Then you should definitely write down the words. So not only arrows pointing the right words in the correct gaps. So answers here. The engineer is responsible for every engine in the factory. Number 2. I'm a mechanic, but I want to become a mechanical engineer. The lab technician maintains all the technical equipment. Next one, the electrician repairs all the electrical equipment on the rig. Okay, very important. These words are very similar, but they are different in meaning. Mechanical, mechanic, or mechanics. Technician, technical, and technology. Same like cook and cooker. Electrical, electrician, and electricity. These were a couple of examples of how to use these words correctly. Right, are there any questions, problems, issues? Do let me know. If you don't have any questions or problems, then thank you for your attention. In this short session today, we looked at present simple, present continuous, what people usually do and what they are doing today or right now. We also looked at CVs and how to extract information from CVs. While we were completing some of the paragraphs, we also used past simple. Okay, I studied, I worked, and so on and so on. And we looked at some useful examples of expressions that you can use for when you have to write a formal email or a job application covering letter. Okay, so once again, thank you very much for the attention. Have a nice day, everyone, and I'll see you again in, I believe there's a review unit that's coming up. So before we start unit 3, there's going to be a review unit of the first 2 units. Goodbye, everyone.